Hello guys, it's me, Red the AB Dinosaur, and today with another video. Kinda GTA today, we have the Pegassi Zorruso. Kinda idea gave it to me thanks to the gaming Jew. He loves this car, so let's give it a try and let's review this car. Well, first we're gonna start with the design. A lot of lines, a lot of aggressiveness going on this car. The front completely inspired on the Ital Design 01. Later on we got the side that is basically a lot of Lamborghini. We got especially the Aventador, like the late model Aventadors like the S and the SPJ. The back is basically a Bugatti Divo. But what all this comes about? And you're gonna say, well, this is basically a mix of all these cars, and you're correct. This is the old car, basically Rockstar old school design in terms of vehicles. Like, you remember the Infernus or let's put it the Infernus. It's basically two cars, a Lamborghini Murcielago and a Pagani Zonda, and they just glue it together and see what it resulted. And hey, the Infernus is a really cool car to look at and to drive around. And this is basically the same philosophy. You took three cars and see how it goes, and it will actually work pretty well. Like, the lines are really aggressive, and it gives this feeling that you are driving quite of a sports car or a supercar. So that's pretty much it, and that's sadly the part that actually gets the good news, because when it comes to the performance, it's quite of a tragedy if you know what I mean. Because, well, this car was released in 2019. Let's call it like the second quarter of 2019. That is December or something like that, if I remember correctly. So when you get this car, it's basically really slow compared to other 2019 cars. And you're gonna say, okay, what are these 2019 cars? It's basically 2019 is when the supercars evolved to be really quick. And you have the Emirates, the Krieger, and the S80RR. These three cars basically are really good in their own way, especially in mid-gen, that is PlayStation 4, Xbox One, all that stuff. And they are still used today because they are really good at it. Let's call the S80 because the S80 is basically tons of downforce, a really good handling, really good acceleration and grip. Later on you have the Emirates and the Krieger. The Krieger has a really good top speed, not very good on the handling section. But later on you have the Emirates that is really good on the handling. That is really good on top speed, that doesn't have too much acceleration. So you have like this really competitive feel of cars. And to just get even worse, you get the Pegassi 8 that is a dragster to this day. It's just really fast on straight line. And you have the Zorruso later on that is basically just a kind of meh car, could call it that way. That is just okay. It's not bad, but at the same time, it's not as good as these cars. So it's kind of a tragedy to call it that way. Like, it goes as well to this Truffati that I'm comparing it, and it's a sad thing because it's like the nearest competitor to the Zorruso, because these four cars I described are too far away. They are too fast for the Zorruso. So it's quite of a tragedy to call it that way, because you have, if this car was released earlier, I think will be a better chance. But right now it's just, it kind of feels into this gray area that is kind of, oh, it's good, but at the same time it's not the best. But that's why I think this car sadly got removed, is because it's all this really stupid tendency of Rockstar of leaving all these cars in this gray area that are kind of slow, not competitive, but at the same time are not awful to drive. Like, for example, or really slow. Like, if they were competent enough, they will actually update the physics of this car. Like, I don't know, fucking the Crew 2 does that. Why not this game? But you know, whatever. But that's pretty much it when it comes to the Zorruso. Quite of a tragedy to call it that way, you know. It has a lot. It has a lot of potential, and it's a fun vehicle to drive. But at the same time, it's just a car that feels okay. It's not bad, but at the same time, it's not competitive. And especially nowadays, if you're going to races, you're gonna need the top dogs to be competitive. So sadly, that's the thing. That's the tragedy. So yeah, thank you very much. See you on the next one, and let me know in the comment section right below what do you think about the Pegassi Zorruso. Yes, my cat wants to enter. So yeah, I leave you with that. Thank you very much, and see you on the next one. Goodbye.